And welcome into the ballpark. Happy to have you with us. Interleague Baseball on MLB The Show. It's the Cleveland Guardians taking on the San Francisco Giants. First pitch coming at you right after the break. So just about set now. And today's starting pitcher, Logan Webb.
Well, he's been a very dependable starter for his club, and what stands out for me is that left-handed hitters have really struggled batting below 200 against him, and it just tells me they have a hard time tracking the baseball. Maybe it's the release point, maybe it's the motion, but just some way, somehow, they've got to figure out a way to pick it up and try to have some success from the left side.
Stephen Kwan, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball one. Check swing. He went too far, and it's a strike.
1 ball, 1 strike.
That one missed. And that's downstairs. 3-1. That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
Next is the designated hitter, Kyle Manzardo. In there, and it's 0-1. Manzardo, 24 years old, and he's usually a first baseman, but today he's the designated hitter. Outside low, and that is ball one.
Some people say that first basemen kind of have the day off regularly because they don't run around a whole lot. But when you think about it, they are involved in...
Runner on the goal. Swing and a miss. Throw to second, and great jump. Here comes a pitch. Gets a piece and stays alive. Fouls it off, still 1-2. Runner at second, nobody out.
Ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Can't glove it cleanly, and now runners at the corners, nobody out. To first, quick recovery from the misplay pays off for the out. Here's the Guardians lineup now. With an excellent arm on the mound, Singy, this won't be easy. They'll need to take advantage of the opportunities that they do have.
You're right about that, Boog. Odds are they won't have many chances against this guy, but if they can rattle him out of the gates, they'll have a shot. If not, look out. It might be a long day for this offense.
Yeah, that's fouled off. And the 0-1.
Ball.
In the dirt. Nice job behind the plate. And that's outside. 2 balls and a strike. Laser could be trouble. Run scores easily, and it's 1-0. And he'll pull into second safely.
Always feels good when you come through and get your team on the board first. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
And that's in there for a strike, and now it's even.
Looks like he's just sizing him up there. Really good pitch to hit, but he took it all the way. Sometimes guys just want to set their timing later on in the game. That may be a pitch that he turns on.
Swung on, belted. This one's got a chance. And it slams off the bottom of the wall. Ramirez in to score, and they lead by 2.
Picks himself up an RBI. Absolutely blasted that one into the gap, but just didn't have quite enough to clear the wall out there. Maybe a little more elevation under it and it carries over, but that's a swing you'll be happy with every time.
1 out, runner at second. Here's the center fielder, Lane Thomas. That one catches the zone, and that is strike 1.
0-1.
Ball 1 there.
That's inside.
Next pitch is outside. And that is out of play. First inning going a bit long. 23 pitches to this point. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. Just missed.
What's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, hit a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
Hard hit, right side. Takes it to the bag, steps on first, and it's out number 2. And up next for Cleveland, Daniel Schneemann.
It's been such a good hitter with runners in scoring position. Some guys just take it to another level. For him right now at the plate, it's like everyone else is in slow motion and he's in full speed.
That's in there. 0-1.
Well, I know they've gotten out to an early lead, but you don't want to take these opportunities for granted. With 2 outs, still lock in with a quality at bat, drive in that run. You may not have another runner in scoring position the rest of this ball game.
And that'll do it. They put 2 on the board with a couple of hits, no errors, and 1 left. Bottom half of inning number 1 coming up. It's the Guardians 2 and the Giants nothing. Back here at Oracle Park, getting the nod on the mound, Gavin Williams. Chris, it's a little more common these days, but still, he's a strikeout per inning type of guy.
Well, I hear you about the strikeouts. A lot more guys striking out today, but when you consider having the ability to get that strikeout, particularly when you need it, a man on third, less than 2 outs, situations where, yeah, maybe you're not a real high strikeout guy, but just knowing you have the swing and miss stuff in a big spot, I think it's real critical, and he's got it.
There's the strike.
Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any hope. You just hope that he can get through this inning, get the bats back up there while they're hot.
That one misses, and it's 2-2. Outside. That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
Well, a breaking ball in that 3-2 count kind of tells you that that's the pitch he has the most confidence in right now. Just couldn't find the strike zone.
Willie Adames in the box now. No balls and a strike. Ramos gets his lead at first with nobody out. This one lifted in the air, left field. Quan brings it in with a nice running grab. Here's the Giants lineup. The sluggers in this lineup might not be too happy about the fact that the wind is blowing in today, Chris.
Yeah, and you hear pitchers talk about how good it feels when the wind is at their back. And for hitters, you almost feel like beyond just the pitcher coming at you, you've got this other force coming against you. So important to try to get on top of the ball in terms of hitting line drives, maybe really hard ground balls with a good exit velocity.
Ramirez. There's one.
That's an out.
Double play.
Oh.
What a twin killing to end the inning. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. We head to the second from San Francisco. It's the Guardians 2 and the Giants nothing. New inning getting started. Stepping up for the Guardians, Nolan Jones. Webb back to work. That misses the zone. Ball one. Comebacker to the mound. On to first. One out in the second. So in now for Cleveland, Gabriel Arias. Right side, Fitzgerald. Tosses to first. Two up, two down in the top of the second.
Good sinker low in the zone right there and produced exactly what he was looking for. Ball on the ground, nice ground out.
Bo Naylor at the plate now. That's ball one.
Ball one, no strikes.
That's down and in.
2-0.
Two outs, base is empty. Next offering is fouled back. Ripped to short. Sends it to Flores. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. Guardians fail to score as they're unable to add to their 2-0 lead. Bottom half of inning number 2, and digging in for San Francisco, Wilmer Flores. Out towards left center. Kwan settles underneath it. One away. And up next for San Francisco, Casey Schmidt. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
Looks like a really good fastball today. You can hear that catcher's mitt popping. Looking forward to hearing a lot of that one in this one.
Fouled off left side. Line drive and foul ball. One out, base is empty. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. Here's Jung-Hoo Lee now. He was asked to rank his all-time favorite players last year.
Oh, yeah? Who made the list?
Well, his dad, of course.
That makes sense.
He also said Ken Griffey Jr., Ichiro, Ha-Sung Kim, and himself.
Well, I'd say that's a pretty good list.
That misses the zone. Ball one. And that one is in for a strike. Good pitch. To the right side, Schneemann. That ends the inning. 3 up, 3 down for him there. We played 2 full. It's the Guardians 2 and the Giants nothing. And we're back. Top half of the 3rd inning. Now the left fielder, Stephen Kwan. Chris, baseball today, so many strikeouts, and they are available to pitchers. But this is a guy that puts the bat on the ball and is kind of different from the players that we see day in, day out.
Yeah, his swing is so good. It's in the zone a long time. He gets the barrel to it a lot, and that produces more base hits.
Missed with a changeup, and it's 2-1. Singy, one of the things that's interesting is that guys really don't worry about swing and miss from an offensive standpoint anymore. So when you see somebody who contacts the ball like this, do you think of that as plus value?
Absolutely, if he's doing damage. Now, if he's rolling over and grounding out, then it's a different story. But, yeah, if he can put the ball in the gaps or over the fence, 100%.
And first offering is fouled off. And there's a ball.
Yeah, and the domino effect of that is running up pitch counts on pitchers and then either getting them to a place of fatigue or getting into the bullpen perhaps before you get to those higher leverage arms at the back end.
Fights that one away, still 1-2. One of the things that Jim Leyland used to say when I was broadcasting with the Marlins, the longer a plate appearance goes for a batter, the more likely it is that something good will happen for the hitter. Next offering is down low. And they'll do it again.
Yeah, and I figured you would get Kotsay into this because you had a free dinner at his house the other night.
That is true. And that's outside. Eighth pitch of the at-bat coming up. Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. He battled for a long time, but it finishes with a strikeout. You can't be mad at yourself after an at-bat like that one. Now it's Jose Ramirez. Doubled in his first AB. On the ground to the left. And it's through for a hit. And that extends the inning. And now it's the switch hitter, Carlos Santana. Doubled his first time up. Right through there for a strike. Runner takes off. Pitch in for a strike. Throw to second. Out at second. That ends the inning.
Well, trying to get into scoring position, but a great catch and throw to end the inning. That's the way to pick up the pitcher.
Back here in San Francisco. And now Tyler Fitzgerald.
It's no surprise they call this batter a day player. He statistically performs better in these games, and he's hoping for a big performance in this one.
And another ball.
Ball two.
The other way. Fair ball. Mike Yastrzemski up here.
Really strong hitting performance recently. Can make it a 5-game hitting streak with a knock in this one.
He makes the grab, and there's one away.
That was a good pitch to hit right down the heart of the plate. Had pretty good timing on it. Just got underneath it a little bit and popped it up.
Here's the catcher, Patrick Bailey. Move to first, and he's back in safely. This one in the air. Santana snags it for the second out.
Ball's just not carrying the first tonight.
Now, you would actually say that to your teammate in the dugout?
No, I'm not that cruel, but someone would say it to me, and I'm sure it's probably been said before.
Ramos now at the plate as he swings through strike one. Throw to first, and he's back safely. Fitzgerald, the runner at first with two gone. Next pitch is outside. Comes up empty. That's strike two.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And he can't come up with it. Still finds a way to get off the throw. Misplay doesn't cost him. Inning over. So one hit is all they get. 3 innings complete. It's the Guardians 2 and the Giants nothing. As we go to the top of the 4th. And now the first baseman, Carlos Santana. Line drive, come on.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting the line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
Thomas takes a ball as he stands in for the second time. One down, base is empty. And that's in for a strike. The 1-1 is fouled off. That's a ball. Tried to attack with the sweeper. Good eye in that spot.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
On the ground, right side. Steps on first for the out.
Good arm side run and sink on that pitch right there. Got inside on him and got him to bounce into that out.
2 down, base is empty. Daniel Schneemann digs in for the Guardians. 0 for 1 with a fly out to center. Swing and a high fly ball left field. Ramos on the move. Great catch, foul ground up against the wall. And welcome back to the ballpark. And the batter now, Willie Adames. Adames goes 6'1", 29 years old, and he was born in the Dominican Republic. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
Counts 1-0.
Fastball is outside.
Well, usually a high level of confidence when you're facing a young pitcher out there on the mound. In this situation, ahead 2-0, he's put himself in a really good spot.
Here's the pitch to Adames. That misses. Full count now.
Expect for that guy to come right at you with a fastball, something in the zone, because he does not want to allow the leadoff walk.
That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
That could jumpstart an offense that's really struggled to score in this one. Don't want to wake a team up with the free pass.
Man aboard, and here is Devers. And there's a strike.
There it was, a high velocity fastball in the zone. I think a little frustration from walking the previous hitter. He's got good stuff. Pitch inside the zone and trust it.
This one could be trouble. Rounds third, headed for the plate. He'll score easily.
Big time at bat right there. Comes through and they're back within a run. Solid swing from start to end. On time with everything. Really good balance. Nice extension. And he met it out front for the line drive knock.
And next will be the cleanup hitter, Wilmer Flores. In for a strike. It's 0-1. One on, nobody out, a run in. We're here in the bottom of the fourth.
Ball, that's
Next
out.
pitch is outside. Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike two.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swing and a line drive. Base hit into left field. And they get it in quickly. First and third now with nobody out.
Really nice job, the 2-strike hitting in that at bat. Nice line drive to the pull side, met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield.
Schmidt in the box now. Takes strike one. Fought off foul. Outside low, and the count is 1-2.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again.
That's ball 2.
In this situation, he's trying to get you to pop something up or jam you. That's a really good take, knowing you got an opportunity to drive in a run here.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Yeah, that's pretty sick. Late cutting action to get the swing and miss right there. I mean, that's just really hard to account for as a hitter when you're seeing the fastball all the way and then just at the last moment it darts away from you and you can't reach it.
Swing and a high fly ball out there towards left field. Makes the grab. Runner tags for home. Play at the plate. Not in time. He's safe. We are tied at 2.
There you go. Nice little RBI there. It's a great at bat. Got the job done.
Here's the second baseman, Tyler Fitzgerald. Right through there for a strike.
Ball game is still tied. They can get out of this inning with a tie game.
That's a strike, and it's 0-2.
Perhaps not quite ready to hit. First 2 pitches by him for a couple of strikes. Now back is against the...
Oh, that's a strikeout, and that'll do it for the inning. They get 2 and draw even again. On to the top of the 5th we go. We are tied 2-2. Back here at Oracle Park, we go to the top of the 5th. Now here's Nolan Jones. Webb back to work. And ball 1.
You know, these Guardians just aren't putting great swings on the baseball in this one. The good news is they're putting balls in play, but the bad news is most of them have been on the ground for easy outs. Nothing is finding a hole at all, and they're having a real hard time elevating the baseball.
There's a swing and a drive. That's back there. And it's off the top of the wall. Now around second, going for third. The relay throw. Now tries to get back, but they slap the tag on him at second. And up next for Cleveland, Gabriel Arias. Not close with that one, and that's ball 1. And delivers outside. All tied up, and we're at the top of the 5th. Started after it, tried to hold up. Now a look to first. No swing. Eric Summerskill with the call. And that drops in for a strike.
Looked pretty good as far as being in the strike zone, but I'm sure as a hitter, not too good with where it was located. Very top of the strike zone, middle away.
Lunging, but can't bring it in. Go ahead run on base. Bo Naylor digs in for the Guardians. Grounded out his first time. That one fouled off. Next pitch is outside. Man at first, one away. On the ground, 2 ball. To Adames, that's
He's out.
one. Return throw to first, got him. Double play, and that'll do it. So no runs on 2 base hits. No errors, and nobody left on. Home half of the 5th coming up. We are tied 2-2. Bottom of the inning, and digging in for San Francisco, Mike Yastrzemski. And that one clips the corner.
Well, these Giants need to bring up the quality of their bats and specifically their swings. Just 1 extra base hit for them, so they haven't exactly been hitting the ball gap to gap or out of the park. That makes it really difficult to generate runs.
And that one is lifted in the air. Makes the catch for the out. Now it's the Giants catcher, Patrick Bailey. This guy, one of the best defensive catchers going. You talk about framing, the ability to block, catch, and throw. He is at the top of the game. Just missed.
Really good athlete, and many times we talk about the feet of infielders. This catcher as well, really quick feet. He's able to recognize the pitch, see the trajectory, and get into a spot where he can block those balls and keep them from going to the backstop. Really impressive with the way he frames, the way that he sets it up, because sometimes those pitches are off the plate, but because he sets up and presents it so well, he steals strikes for his pitcher.
The 2-2 on the way. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. He's notched 4 strikeouts now.
He had him out in front, which isn't easy to do against a hitter like this, known for using the entire field. Just couldn't sit back long enough on that one.
Back to the top of the lineup. Here's Elliot Ramos. They say it went. And Chris, beyond the fact that he's so incredible defensively, he also can swing the stick. 2 down, nobody on. Last half of inning number 5. Comes up empty.
0-2.
Can't connect on the curveball, struck him out. Giants go down quietly. Score remains deadlocked at 2-2. And we're back. All right, we go to the top half of inning number 6. Here's the left fielder, Stephen Kwan.
Well, you got to give him credit out there on the mound. This outing started off a little shaky, but he's found a way to settle in and turn this into a pretty good start. Kind of shows you a lot about his mental makeup as a pitcher. This guy's seen 2 changeups in a row. Could be a little vulnerable for a fastball right here.
Line drive, Adam in center field.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
Manzardo at the plate and takes high there. And another ball.
2-0 count. You really don't want to give in here. You've got to work the edges, really execute a pitch. Hopefully you can get back into this count.
Next offering misses, and it's 3-0. Base is empty, 1 away, and we're in the top half of the 6th. That one is absolutely belted. That's back there. Makes the catch up against the wall.
Thought that was a no-doubter. Like the wind was holding that in this ballpark.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Logan Webb won't go any further, and a pretty decent effort out of him. Tie ball game, new arm out of the pen when we get back. Landon Root into the game.
Well, he's been hit pretty hard at times this season, as you see with the big ERA. So this is an important outing for him to get on the right track.
Here's Jose Ramirez.
Well, both sides equally as strong. So not a good time to try to turn him around with a relief pitcher and put him on the other side of the plate.
Lifted in the air, right center field. Lee settles under this one. Brings it in for the third out. Nothing across here this half. 2-3-4 due up in the home half of the sixth. We are tied 2-2. Bottom of the sixth inning. Willie Adames stands in. That one finds the zone. Strike one. Ground ball up the middle, and it finds its way through for a hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield.
Devers in the box now, takes strike one. With the go-ahead run at first here in the bottom of the sixth. And that one fouled off.
With two strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
Next pitch is outside.
Man, oh man, I don't know how you take that pitch. That's as close as it gets.
One burner into the outfield for a knock. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Well, that may end up being an at-bat. We go back. To later on when this game is over.
Pretty tough for the infielders to do anything with that one. He pulled it hard into the...
This one swung on and hit well. Way back there. Has room, and he makes the catch.
Tried to take on the wind in left field right there. Just a little too much traffic up in the air. Mother Nature won that one. It's hard to say, but I think that might be gone otherwise.
Swing and a ground ball, and it goes just foul.
At the dish, looking to lift the ball in the air in this spot. Anything but the inning double play, Boog.
Adames over at second. Devers at first. One gone. Swing and a foul out of play.
Ball two.
In the dirt, blocked. And an excellent job keeping it right there. Check swing. Now we'll look down to first. No, he held up. On the ground. And that's a fair ball. Around third. He will score, and they take the lead. It's an RBI single, 3-2.
Man, he just absolutely turned on that one.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Gavin Williams done for the afternoon, and he leaves in a one-run game. New pitcher coming on. We'll be back in a minute. And we've got ourselves a pitching change. Tim Herron.
And they felt it was time to bring on a left-handed reliever from the pen with the lefty hitter coming up. I think it's a good move. I know I never liked when opposing teams did that to me.
And now it's going to be Jung-Hoo Lee. And fouled off. The 0-1. And that one fouled off. Swings and misses. Struck him out. Had him way out front of the slur. Tyler Fitzgerald, the next Giant to hit. 1 for 2. Fastball for a strike. 0-2 now as he swings through it.
It might be time to choke up a little bit, get that front foot down early, maybe even just spread out. He's really late right now.
First and second, 2 down. Swing and a miss, and that is that. 2 men left stranded, but they do push across 1. 7th inning coming up. It's the Giants 3 and the Guardians 2. Back here in San Francisco, all set for the start of the inning. And here's the first baseman, Carlos Santana. One of the rare guys at first base that you almost think defense first. He is that good with the glove. You're talking about top of the list, elite defensive first baseman.
First basemen are involved in just about every single play. So when you have somebody so solid over there, you can breathe a little easier.
In the air out to center. That one gets down for a hit. And that puts the tying run on base.
Always feels amazing getting a job done when the team needs you to come through. It's just bigger than your own individual stats. When you flare a ball out behind second base, it's really a tough spot for anyone to get to. And you're never trying to do that as a hitter. But when you do, I tell you what, you're yelling at it the entire way to get down.
The 0-1 is outside, and it's a ball and a strike. Holding on to a 1-run lead here in the top half of inning number 7. Swing and a miss. And the count 1-2.
2 strikes.
Got him swinging for the strikeout. Went back to the curve, and it was a smart choice.
Well, you rarely ever see 3 curveballs in a row because that's one of those pitches that's most effective when you haven't seen it recently. You might see 3 sliders in a row, but right there, he was feeling that curveball and figured he could finish with that pitch.
There comes a skipper out of the dugout, and he's ready to make the move. Landon Root done for the day. We'll be back in a minute with a new arm on the mound. Eric Miller gets the ball now.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
Now it's the second baseman, Daniel Schneemann. First pitch just misses.
Counts 1-0.
There's the strike. Hit on the ground might be 2. To Adames, that's 1. And that's quick work out of the pen. 1 batter, 2 outs, inning over. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. Midway in inning number 7, and it's time to stretch. It's the Giants 3 and the Guardians 2. And welcome back to the ballpark. Now it's the right fielder, Mike Yastrzemski. Hit in the air, center field. Thomas should have this one. And out number 1 on the grab. Now Patrick Bailey. 0 for 2 in this one. And a foul ball. Heron, the lefty who lights up the radar gun. He throws a slurve, a slider, a 4-seamer, and he works in a sinker. And that's off the inside edge. And 1-1. There's a swing and a miss.
Ooh, Baya.
1 ball.
You got to remember to take the donut off the bat, partner.
Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Good eye right there. Next pitch misses way outside. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. Good battle here. About to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Battling here as he fouls it away. One down, base is empty. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. So digging in, Elliot Ramos.
Struck out on just 3 pitches last time.
And the pitch is outside. Ball 1. 2 down, nobody on. Here, the bottom of the 7th. Way high.
Hey. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Fouls one off. 2-2. Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. Got it. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today. Giants are down 1-2-3, but they're up 3-2. We're at the top of the 8th, and now here is Nolan Jones. Fouled off. He was late. Looking to get the tying run on base.
Nope.
Action in the San Francisco bullpen. Camilo Doval getting ready to go. Rogers also throwing. And a swing and a miss.
That pitch started in and ended up on the outside edge. Just changing planes and very difficult, especially for a left-handed hitter to track.
Chase the fastball up the ladder for strike 3.
Pretty big strikeout right there to start this 8th inning. Down 1. Any leadoff base runner really makes this inning a bit more interesting. But now this offense has to switch from possibly trying to manufacture a run to needing to run into something or just try to string multiple hits together to get a run across the plate.
Here comes the manager out of the Giants dugout, and he will make a move to the pen. Eric Miller gives way, and as he heads for the dugout, we'll take a quick break. New arm on the mound when we get back. Spencer Bivens takes over on the mound.
Well, he's been a really tough guy to take deep this season. You usually have to string some hits together in order to get to him.
So up next, Gabriel Arias. Corner infielders guarding the lines, trying to prevent extra bases. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. Trying to hold a 1-run lead, and we're in the top of the 8th. Base hit center field.
Couple of hits in a row for him here. Recognized the break on that pitch early, and that allowed him to keep his front shoulder in. You know, it's easy to bail on those front door breaking balls, but a great job right there of letting it travel, then unloading a nice balanced swing.
Naylor in the box now. Takes strike 1.
If you're a base runner, you got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get in the scoring position.
Ball.
In the dirt.
1 ball, 1 strike.
And it's a ball and a strike as the runner holds. Runner on the move. Bounding ball here. Rolls foul. Arias over at first with 1 away. Fouls it off, still 1-2.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
Got him swinging. That's the second out. So 2 down now, and here is Stephen Kwan. Ball one, no strikes. Right through there for a strike. In the air, left field, down the line, and that's the third out. One left for the Guardians, and it's still a 3-2 ball game. On to the bottom of the eighth, and now the shortstop, Willie Adames. Herron back to work. Not even close there, and it's 1-0. Strike on the inside corner. Hit on the ground to short. Arias whips it across. 1 up, 1 down.
Now batting, the designated hitter,
Rafael Devers up to hit. And that's in for a strike. And it's 0-1.
Good pitch to hit on a tee up in the zone. I think he was looking for something else right there.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air. And there's 2 down.
Maybe caught that one off the end just a little bit. Couldn't quite barrel it up enough to really drive it.
2 outs, base is empty. Here's a cleanup hitter for the Giants, Wilmer Flores. 1 for 3. First pitch, and he just misses. Swing and a miss as he was out front.
This guy's got such a good sinker. As a hitter, you've got to look up in the zone. If you look down, you're going to be chasing stuff in the dirt.
Outside low. Yeah, that's ball 2.
Yep.
Two outs. That's off the mark, and that's ball 3. Smoked on the ground to second. Throw on to Santana. And the inning is over. Nothing doing there for San Francisco, but they still lead at 3-2. Camilo Doval on to try and close it out. He comes on for the 35th time this year. Kyle Manzardo digs in for the Guardians. 0 for 3 in this one. clips the corner. That's strike one.
Wow, just a beautiful backdoor slider right there. If you've got any chance of hitting that pitch, you have to wait until the absolutely last millisecond. Just a tough pitch to hit, and not an easy one to throw either.
That one missed. This one smoked out to left. Drops into the glove, and there's one away.
Man, that's so frustrating. You hit the ball hard. You understand the situation. You want to get on base and try to score that tying run, but no reward right there, and just going to have to sit on it.
Ramirez in the box here lets that one go for a ball. In the air, left side. And it drops in.
The first move felt like a bit of a guess. You have to be right in those spots or things can get away from you awfully quickly.
Now at the plate, Carlos Santana. Runner on the go. Cut on and missed. Throw to second, and he's out.
Well, that's just a good baseball play right there. I mean, pretty good jump off the pitcher, I'd say, and good catch and throw by the catcher. And I think if you did that 10 times, half the time the guy might be safe. The other half, probably out.
The 0-1 is outside, and it's a ball and a strike. Crowd locked in right now. One-run game here in the ninth. Swing and a high fly ball, deep left field. And that's a foul ball.
Well, he missed a hittable off-speed pitch right there. Not sure exactly with the timing. Sometimes you get a backup breaking ball. You're expecting it to make its move at the end. It never does. And you're tied up.
Doval is just one strike away. Tap dances out of the way of that one. Two down, nobody on. And a good eye there.
That turns out to be a really good take right there, but you don't want to end this game with the bat on your shoulder.
And a foul ball, he stays alive. And a ground ball to first, but it kicks foul. Two outs. And there's a fly ball deep right field. In one, hops off the wall, should be extra bases. And the double puts the tying run in scoring position with two away. So runner at second, two down. And now the center fielder, Lane Thomas, trying to deliver as the hero. Outside low, and that is ball one.
Well, comfortable or not, these are the situations closers they seem to live for. I mean, you get into some hot water, a jam, tough spot, whatever you want to call it, but this is where they earn their keep.
Slashed foul down the right side. That'll hook off into the seats. One-run game here in the top of the ninth. Going to count 1 and 2.
Well, so many hard-throwing relievers in the game these days. You would think that hitters have made the adjustment, but I don't know if you ever get used to it. Just pumping gas out of the bullpen. So hard to play catch-up.
Hit to right, and that ought to do it. He's got it. Ball game. And the Giants strand the tying run on base to win it.
Well, Boog, 4 games wasn't too long of a losing streak, but they're definitely happy to be back in the win column. Now you can turn things around, get on the right track, and probably start a winning streak from here.
3-2 the final score. They hang on to win it by a run. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shelby. Talk to you soon.